You know, when you think about listening, most of us imagine it's just sitting quietly while someone else talks, right? But honestly, listening is an art, a super complicated one at that. And in qualitative research, it's not just about hearing the words spoken, it's about catching the nuances, the silences, and the feelings that hover between the lines. Yeah, it's much deeper than just nod and smile. So let's start there, at the core of qualitative research. It's this methodology where you explore the rich, messy realities of people's lives. You do that through things like interviews and participant observation, like literally embedding yourself into their worlds. Sounds a bit intense, I know, but that's the point, because it's a way to really see, or I should say hear, what's going on. But here's the fun part, bringing AI into the mix. Natural language processing, or NLP, plays a key role in upgrading the way we approach this whole listening thing. Let me give you an example. With AI-powered voice recognition, collecting data during interviews. Oh man, it's a game changer. Gone are the days of scribbling notes furiously while someone's pouring their heart out. Now we've got tools recording every word, even transcribing conversations, giving us researchers time to focus on, actually connecting with the person in front of us. But, and this is a big but, AI is not a cure-all for listening. Like, sure, it's great at capturing and sorting words, but understanding? Oof, not so much. AI struggles with let's call it humanness. Emotions, sarcasm, those sneaky little layers of meaning, they're often lost in translation. I once used voice recognition software during an interview, and while it brilliantly recorded every word, I had to step back later and ask, okay, what was Bob really feeling when he said, "Oh, that's just great," in that totally not great tone? And that brings me to another story. Picture this, I'm sitting down with a client, and they're opening up about a seriously tough experience. As they're speaking, I notice something, the pauses, the breaks where their voice falters. It tells me more than their actual words ever could. And guess what? AI didn't pick up on any of it. It turns out that fancy software doesn't have the intuition to understand someone's hesitation or the weight of their silence. That's where human instinct trumps any algorithm every single time. You see, while AI is an awesome tool that can take so much of the noise and clutter out of research, it's not a substitute for authentic, human-centered listening. That's why when I think about AI and qualitative research working together, it's kind of like a partnership. We bring the empathy and intuition, and AI shoulders the heavy lifting of data organization. It's like the best of both worlds. Alright, so when it comes to research, let me say this up front. Ethics are everything, and I really mean everything. Annette Lareau, an iconic figure in qualitative research methods, absolutely nailed it when she highlighted how essential participant consent and ethical safeguards are throughout the entire research journey. These aren't just footnotes or checkboxes, they're the heart of research integrity. Think about it for a second. Whether you're diving deep into someone's personal stories with interviews or quietly observing a group's day-to-day dynamics, the power dynamic is, well, it's tricky. We, as researchers, hold a responsibility, a huge one, to ensure that everything is grounded in trust, transparency, and respect for the people sharing their lives with us. Because without that, good luck building a credible study. It's, non-negotiable stuff. But it's not just humans who have to care about ethics these days, machines too. Yep, let's talk about AI. AI-based research tools are leaping forward faster than ever, and you'd think they were designed as these neutral data processors, right? Except, spoiler alert, they're not immune to bias. Algorithms, folks, only know what they're taught. So if they're fed biased data, guess what happens? Yup, biased results. Scary, isn't it? Now let me tell you about this cool AI-driven tool I came across recently. It's a research assistant platform that anonymizes participant data while maintaining full transparency with everyone involved. Picture this. Before you even start, participants get clear, simple summaries, no legalese, of how their data is being handled, where it's stored, and what it'll be used for. And the kicker, they've got this real-time consent mechanism where participants can literally pause their involvement at any time. Revolutionary, right? It's a tech solution that doesn't just tick the ethics box, but reinvents it entirely. Love stuff like this. But let's not forget the trust part, because without trust, there's no real progress, AI-powered or otherwise. I remember one client I worked with, they were super skeptical of bringing AI into their work processes at first, mostly because, let's face it, they'd heard all the horror stories about biased algorithms. But over time, after a lot of open conversations, small wins, and giving them full control over the system, they began to trust it. It was like watching someone go from, nah, this feels sketchy, to, hey, this is actually making my life easier. And that shift, that's what it's all about. Trust builds bridges, whether it's with people or with technology. And that's really the crux of the whole conversation, isn't it? Ethics and trust aren't just these lofty ideals. They're the structure holding the entire system up. Human researchers, tech developers, we're all on this ride together. Our job, build responsibly, listen deeply, and create in a way that people feel genuinely looked after. Because when we do that, everybody wins. So here's the thing, if we zoom out for a moment, qualitative research and AI really seem like two puzzle pieces in a box of infinite possibilities. Annette Lareau, with her meticulously outlined approach to data organization, nailed how clarity in structuring qualitative research ensures we focus on what actually matters. I mean, stuff like labeling interview recordings or field notes in a way that doesn't drive you bonkers later. Genius, and trust me, it pays off when you're knee-deep in data. But where AI steps in is, well, it's phenomenal. Imagine a platform that doesn't just analyze your interviews, but actually pulls out recurring themes faster than you could say spreadsheet. Like, picture using natural language processing not only to save time, but to gain deeper insight into patterns you might have missed. Boom. Instant productivity hack. It's pretty wild how AI shoulders the grunt work so you can focus on storytelling and actionable insights. Still, let's not sugarcoat things. There's a flip side. One of Lareau's critical contributions highlights the power dynamics in research, particularly how trust forms the backbone of any study. Now throw AI into the mix and suddenly you got this tech bro, as I like to put it, sitting in the middle of the room. This is where things get tricky. Who's controlling that algorithm and how transparent is it? Things like data bias or poorly tuned sentiment analysis algorithms could totally skew your findings, and let's face it, that's the last thing you want. But hey, let me share this story to bring it all home. I installed this AI tool for a client once. It was designed to collect employee feedback in real time. Employees could speak candidly about their experiences, and the AI flagged recurring issues without ever revealing who said what. The cool bit? The themes it uncovered matched almost exactly with what traditional focus groups use to take weeks or months to conclude. But here's the kicker. The feedback loop also included live dashboards for leaders to proactively resolve concerns. Employees felt heard, and management saw tangible results quickly. Lareau's methods would definitely approve of such streamlined transparency, with the tech doing the heavy lifting while preserving that human touch of empathy and trust. So, what's our big takeaway here? Honestly, AI is this incredible assistive force in qualitative research. It organizes, accelerates, and amplifies, but it doesn't replace the human heartbeat. It's the collaboration between us and AI that leads to smarter, more ethical insights. And that balance? That's what will shape the future, not just of research, but the way we connect and truly understand one another. On that note, folks, thanks for tuning in today. Until next time, keep listening, keep innovating, and remember, technology is awesome, but the human connection, that's where the magic happens.